What's up, guys? It's Andrew Santowski. It's Sunday, August 1st, 2021. I'm doing UFC 265 Luque vs. Gane predictions and bets. This event takes place Saturday, August 7th, 2021. And it's crazy to think it's already August. But man, this is it's a pretty good card. Like I said, I'm not really, too high on the main event. I think it's clearly one-sided. But it's better than some main events we've had. But starting from the first fight of the night, guys, we got Munoz Jr. against Jamie Simmons. Bantamweight fight. I won't spend too much time on this. I'm gonna go with Munoz Jr. by decision here. Like I said, we haven't seen much from these guys. Munoz Jr. lost his UFC debut to Nate Maness last August, exactly a year ago. And Jamie Simmons, he got knocked out by Giga Chikadze back in November of last year. So these guys are, two low-ranking bantamweights in the UFC fighting. We have Munoz Jr. currently minus 230 on 5 dimes right now. Jamie Simmons plus 190. Like I said, there will be no bet, guys. But my official pick, will be Munoz Jr. by decision. Victoria Leonardo against Melissa Gatto. Leonardo, she lost to Manat Fiorat in her UFC debut in January, and she's going against Melissa Gatto, who is, who beat Carol Rosa. I mean, she hasn't fought in 3 years, man. I'm gonna go with Leonardo here by decision. Don't know what I'm getting in Gatto. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick Leonardo here. I can't take somebody that hasn't fought in 3 years. But like I said, no confidence in this fight, guys. This is low level women's flyweight fight here. So next up, we have Munoz Jr. against Anderson Dos Santos. This fight was supposed to take place a couple weeks ago. I think Dos Santos or somebody in Dos Santos' camp had COVID, so that fight got postponed. Munoz Jr. is a big favorite here, man. And he is currently a minus 200 on 5 dimes. I'm gonna pick Munoz Jr. here by decision, man. But I have no confidence. I have no faith in this pick. No bet on this either. But Munoz Jr. by decision here. This fight I'm really looking forward to, man. Kape, 0-2 in the UFC against Ode Osborne. Man, I'm really looking forward to this fight in the men's flyweight division. And Kape, like I said, 0-2 in the UFC. He came over from Ryzen with a lot of hype, man. A lot of hype. And he's fought 2 tough guys. He's fought 2 tough guys in the men's flyweight division, man, which is, I absolutely love this division. Very fast-paced and action-packed. But he lost to Alejandra Pantoja in February of this year. Then he lost to Matthias Nicolau, and I believe that was a short-notice fight. And so, no shame in losing to either of those guys, man. Those are both tough fights for him, man. And I felt like he put on a good showing. He put on a good performance, man. He didn't get dominated. And Ode Osborne, man, coming off a huge knockout win over Jerome Rivera, man, in February, man. He was supposed to take on, he was supposed to take on the Ukrainian Denis Bandar, I think. But Bandar pulled out. I was looking forward to him fighting Amir Albazi, but Albazi got hurt. I thought Albazi was going to beat him there. But I think, there is value on Osborne here. But I think Kape we've seen Kape go to decision before in the UFC. And Osborne, we haven't. We've only seen him get finished in the first round, and we've seen him finish Rivera in the first round. So we don't really know what his cardio is. I mean, guy's definitely got power, man. That's for sure. I do believe he fought Rivera at bantamweight, though. But I'm going to pick Kape by decision here. Really looking forward to this fight. Wouldn't be mad to see either guy win here. I like both these guys, man, and I hope both these guys are kept around in the UFC. I'm looking forward to this fight too, guys. Carolina Kowalkiewicz against Jessica Penne. And initially I was like, you know, I thought Kowalkiewicz, I thought Carolina was cut from the UFC. She hasn't fought since she lost to Gane, I believe, in February of 2020, I believe. Yeah, she just absolutely got pieced up in that fight. And that was in Australia for that Hooker versus Felder main event. Going up against Penne, who I've looked at her IG. She looks like she's really putting in a lot of hard training for this camp, and she came back after a 4-year hiatus and beat Lupita Godinez by split decision in her last fight. And yeah, Kowalkiewicz wants to keep this fight standing. Penne wants to get this on the ground. Striker versus grappler fight. Won't be mad to see either lady win here. But I'm going to take Penne in this fight. I'm going to take Penne by decision here. And she is the slight underdog in this fight. Yep, it's a pick'em fight. Slight lean towards Kowalkiewicz. But I'm going to take Penne here by decision. But I'm really looking forward to this fight, guys. Next up, we have Ed Herman against Alonzo Menifield. Ed Herman seems like he's been around forever in the UFC, man. And he's on a three-fight win streak, man. Crazy, man. Mike Rodriguez had the guy tapped out. The ref didn't see it or whatever. Ends up beating him. Going up against Alonzo Menifield, who's run into some adversity so far in his UFC career, but he bounced back. He bounced back with a win over Fabio Charant, his last fight. And you know, I'm gonna take. I know it's a little risky, but I'm gonna take Menifield here. I think Herman's gonna slow down at some point. Like I said, these guys aren't highly ranked light heavyweights, but I'm gonna take Menifield here. I can see Menifield either knocking him out in the first or just putting up enough damage to win a decision here. Next up, Draco Rodriguez against Vince Morales. Men's bantamweight fight. Rodriguez was subbed by Yaya his last fight. Morales lost to Chris Gutierrez, I think that was last year. I believe he hasn't fought since then. He took a lot of damage with those calf kicks. Yeah, he's been out a while. I'm going to take Vince Morales here by decision. No confidence in it, though. Next up, Rafael Fiziev against Bobby Green. I think the UFC knows what they got in Fiziev here. And in Bobby Green, they got an aging lightweight who's been on a surge himself, man. He's really put together. Oh, he lost last October to Thiago Moises. No shame in that. But, man, before that, he had a nice three-event win streak going. And up here, he's going up against Fiziev, man. And Fiziev is a guy that I believe none of the top 10 guys want to face in the UFC. The guy is a dangerous striker, man. Probably the best striker in the UFC, or best striker in the lightweight division for sure. Going up against Bobby Green, and Bobby Green is just an aging lightweight that's kind of been clinging to the UFC roster, and the UFC is pretty much just trying to give Fiziev Bobby Green's rank here in the rankings. So I think Fiziev, man, I mean, if Bobby Green can survive all 3 rounds, that'll say something, but I definitely see Fiziev winning a decision here, but I can possibly see a TKO finish as well. Next up on the main card, first fight of the main card, Song Yadong against Casey Kenney. Kenney lost a tough decision to Dominic Cruz's last fight. Song Yadong lost to Kyler Phillips. I'm going to go with Kenney here, man. I think his pressure will make the difference. It's a pick'em fight. How are these 2 guys going to bounce back after losses? I'm going to take Kenney here by decision. Tisha Torres against Angela Hill. They've been calling for a fight against each other for a while. I'm going to take Tisha Torres by decision here. Vicente Luque against Michael Chiesa. A lot of money is coming on Chiesa as the underdog. The fight is almost a pick'em, I believe, now. minus 120 Luque against Chiesa plus 100. I think the odds now favor Luque. I can't see. Chiesa's definitely going to try a grapple heavy approach to Luque and then against Luque, but I think Luque is going to hurt Chiesa on the feet, or going to keep it on the feet long enough that he can really batter Chiesa up and win the fight here. And like I've said, Luque is a black belt himself. Chiesa's got great ground control. Won't be surprised either way, but I think Luque keeps the train rolling and picks up a win here. Jose Aldo against Pedro Munoz. I think this is going to be a close fight. Don't have a lot of faith in Munoz or Aldo. I mean, I think they're going to kind of cancel each other out here, and I just see the judges kind of awarding a decision to Aldo here. But no confidence in this, guys. I would not bet either side here. But I'll take Aldo by decision. Derek Lewis against Gane. Lewis needs to knock him out here. He's not going to beat Gane on points. Gane's got to play the fight smart, just stay a distance, just piece Lewis up on the feet. You saw what Curtis Blades. You rush Lewis. Lewis wants to time that uppercut. Lewis wants to hurt you coming in. And I think Gane should just, hey man, maybe once Lewis is fatigued in the later rounds, then start getting some takedowns on him. But man, don't shoot for a takedown early, man. Be very careful how you set up your takedowns if you're gonna do that. But I'm gonna take Gane here by decision. He's a 3-1 favorite currently. On 5 dimes, Lewis is a plus 250. Odds are warranted, man. Gane's proved himself time and time again, man, and I can't wait for Gane to challenge his former training partner, Francis Ngannou, for the belt. And I think Gane's going to win there, because I do think Francis Ngannou has limited cardio. I do think he's a one-trick pony, and I do think Gane is a very well-rounded heavyweight. So my pick will be Gane here by decision. And those are my picks, guys. I have 0 bets for this card.